This morning, I woke up finding out I'm gonna open escrow on Monday. I think I deserve to relax a bit. We can't just continue to keep our foot on the gas pedal, because if not, the rest of life is gonna just keep on passing us by. I'm just gonna be talking about mindset as I'm taking care of my plant. It doesn't smell that great. Is that we need to be very grateful for where we're at. Even if we're not where we want to be, not everything comes at one time. You can't save your happiness until you have everything that you want. I'm talking about the whole person on this channel. Literally the person that will keep on going nonstop unless I'm reminded to take a break. Actually, a plant that reminds me of manifestation. I put it on my vision board on top of some books. At the time I wasn't a big reader, now I am, and look at it now. It is literally right here. This plant is gonna remind me continuing to fight for my dreams. What does opening escrow even mean? Once a buyer and a seller have agreed to a specific purchase price along with other timelines and terms, once they've both signed and agreed using a contract, that contract is then given to an impartial party, which is known as an escrow company. That escrow company makes sure that everything that was agreed to within the contract, as well as any other agreements that are made during the escrow period, are fulfilled by the end of escrow. Today is day 4 of escrow. I'm out here walking with little Anubis. Depending on the escrow company you're working with, they will either mail you a package like this one, or they will email you the PDFs that you need, and then you print them out and you fill them out and send them back. From what I understand, they need wet copy signatures. I sent my wire transfer. Sending a wire transfer is just going to your bank, taking a copy of the wire transfer instructions that escrow gives you. Make sure that you add your escrow file number as a note so that they know who you are. The last thing you want is for your money to get lost along the way. So I've been filling it out from yesterday to today, and I want to make sure that everything is accurate. So they sent me this plus these 2 things, a copy of all the stuff in here, plus this property ID. So I need to read all of this stuff. It's important for you to read through the disclosures because the seller is required to disclose material facts. It could be anything that could potentially sway you into either buying a property or not buying a property. I have 10 days to send it back. Earlier today, we also went to go view the house. We have our inspection on Monday. If all goes well after that inspection, then we're moving forward. From now until closing, there are 3 contingencies that we need to move through. During my inspection, I hire whatever inspectors and professionals I want to come out to be able to inspect the property, check it for termites, or even send out some specialists. Second, I also have an appraisal period. A bank sends out an appraiser to then do an estimate as to the value of your property. They want to make sure that the property you are purchasing is at a minimum the price that you're buying it for. Lastly, there's a loan contingency, which means a lender does all of their due diligence to make sure that I am actually qualified to buy the property and also that the property is worth financing. Today is October 16th, 2021. The notary just left. So what that means is escrow company sent out a notary, a professional that is basically serving as a witness and can say, this person signed these papers and they had the intent of doing X. Escrow called and said, we are closing on the 18th, scheduled to close on the 25th. So them calling me and saying, we're closing on Monday, it's kind of crazy. The good thing is I have 1 additional week to fix up this house, rushing the sellers a little bit to respond to one of our proposals, which is we're asking them to pay for half of the repairs for the roof, as well as any active carpenter ants. We had a roofer go out. They estimated $7,500. They also offered $2,500 credit. That means that I would be receiving $2,500 credited from the money that I'm expected to take into escrow. One of the big lessons is, I could have said I'm gonna wait until I figure out how I'm gonna be fixing houses because I don't know what I'm doing. You're never gonna feel 100% like you can predict everything that's gonna happen because you can never be prepared for what life is going to throw at you. I made this decision a couple months ago, and I said I'm going to go look in Big Bear, and it took me months, several denied offers for me to get to where I am right now. And I'm excited. I'm honestly thinking about my inner child, and that inner child is very proud of myself right now. I can't wait to show you this house. So we're closing sometime tomorrow. I am outside of Lowe's, where I'm going to be buying a lot of the materials. I want to go to the property, measure absolutely everything out, and basically have my entire list ready so that I can just buy everything together at once in one purchase, and then I can get the total 20% off that they give you when you sign up for Lowe's for Pros that first time. I'm quickly gonna go over what I bought so that you all can follow along with the process. The first thing I'm gonna do is remove the carpet. I have my pry bar. This pry bar is gonna help me remove the carpet. I brought the biggest crud cutter so that I'm able to prep the walls before priming. Car is packed, so I have my meal preps in the back. I have my industrial vacuum that my dad is letting me borrow. I have all of my comfortable clothes. Before I left, I said I was gonna get my eyebrows done, but you know, we get busy packing everything, making sure I transfer all the utilities. I forgot that I needed to transfer utilities, so I did that today. Hopefully when I show up, the utilities are still on. If I happen to be without electricity, it would just be for today. So things went very smoothly. I did my last transaction yesterday. I had to wait for the funds to then clear through escrow, so for them to confirm they got it. My lender releases the funds. Escrow is can be recorded, and it's closed. That's what happened yesterday. Sorry I didn't get to film my excitement yesterday. This is gonna cost me some sweat equity, and I'm gonna need to teach myself how to do all kind of things, but also how to set up a short-term rental, going through the process of applying for a permit. And there are barriers to entry for anything that you do that is worth doing. And so I am just looking at this from that lens. Everything is possible with a checklist. If I make my checklist, even if I've never done it before, Anubis trying to sit on my shoulder. We are on our way to stay at our house. I would be doing a lot of the prep work. So that means, you know, taking out the carpet, vacuuming for any dust, and starting to degrease the walls. So I'm going to be sharing all of that process with you guys, showing you just the steps to take when you're renovating. Everybody's steps are going to be different. Shit, I have never done a renovation. Never, ever, ever. There's a lot. Probably even do some tile work. Who knows? But I am excited for the process. Even more excited to share this process with you all, because I hope that through my story, and I hope that through this process, you go and dream big.
Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share this with a friend, because you're not going to want to miss what comes next. See you soon.